That was like the old intro that used to be in the channel. Anyway, so Lord of the Rings added a bunch of new cards for this deck. They really went hard with showing representation, trying to undo the whitewashed fantasy world that Tolkien created. Let's be honest though, at this point, it's kind of just part of the genre. It's almost a trope that it's a whitewashed version of Earth where the ethnic people are portrayed as orcs or some shit. That's just part of the trope. The only stuff that I've read that's gone away from that trope is very modern fantasy stories. I guess from the Wheel of Time onwards is when that kind of changed. The best example being Brandon Sanderson's work, but obviously outside of that, it was white male, gaze orientated. So I understand Wizard of the Coast wanting to go as hard as possible with diversity and representation, because obviously it makes them money, and that's what they like. So let's talk about the new cards. By the way, this video is going to talk about the new combo that the deck is around, because we've been given an amazing card that has taken the deck to the next level. The deck is actually good now. It was good before. It was okay before, but now it's like actually good. So the first new card, Delighted Halfling. You've already seen this card. You know what it does. You know why it's good. It's in the deck. Next new card, Pippin, God of the Citadel. This specific version has a black female hobbit in the background there. You can see the rest of her face on the other card. The like X spell that deals damage, and whenever a creature dies for the first time each turn, you make a treasure. That almost made it into the list, but then the first time clause just makes it kind of rubbish. But yeah, this card is great because it's a Mother of Runes that we can shoot her, gives pips to Sisay, even has Ward 1. It's just good in the deck. It's very good. Okay, more new cards. Checking not miss anything. I'm testing out Reprieve. It's a 2-mana counter spell. 2-mana counter spell is good. Yeah, even though it's, only a temporary fix to a problem. But in this list, a turn may be all that we need. It's in the list. It's good. All right, let's skip this card for now. Where's the next new card? Flowering of the Right Tree. Now, this card's a bit shaky on the legality. I was talking about it with one of my friends. I was looking at all those little dudes in the background, and we're like, bro, their faces like all black as hell. Like, especially when you compare it to the clothes that they're wearing. Like, surely, even if they're shade or whatever, surely you would be able to see some light shade if they were white. And then thinking, well, there's also Aragorn flavor text on it, right? So this must be like around his crib. So this must be his, his goons, his brethren. Anyways, in conclusion, it's in a deck. It's a very good card. It can get Sisay to 7 power very easily. All we need at that point is two other colors outside of this, and she's calm. It's very good. It's good. The only downside is that it's 2 white pips. That's literally the only downside. Okay, now the last new card. Oh wait, no, there's one more. Mount Doom. This card is so good. We finally have a clean way to win. A clean way. No more combat damage. No, let me draw my deck so I can Cyclonic Rift first, and then, put infinite counter. Like, no. Oh no, my stuff doesn't have haste. I need to no more messing around. This is a clean way to win. Infinite untaps with Teferi, with either Teferis, infinite mana. Just, yeah, nice and clean. Okay, the last new card, Cloudstone Curio. Right, I've been looking for a way in this deck to break Aminatu for so long, because there's already combos with Aminatu. Obviously there's combos with all these cards, but obviously in this deck with the restriction I haven't had access to them. But now they went and put Aragorn on a Cloudstone Curio. So it's game over. Okay, so let's go. Let's just go. Talk about how this combo works. That's the whole point of this video. Let's take that out. We're gonna need that. All right. You're going to want Aminatu, a booby booby boo. Fairy, temporal archmage. Yeah. You can also do this combo with sunset to fairy, but you'll need bloom tender as well, right? So that's not really, that would be like a plan A point B or A point one, but plan A is you have these two instead. It's just a lot easier, a lot cleaner. What am I doing? We'll just put it over here, turn it around. Okay. This is the combo. So how this works, you downtick Archmage, untap 4 mana sources. You downtick Aminatu, blink the Archmage. He returns with 5 loyalty counters. On that ETB, Cloudstone lets you return this to your hand, right? And those 4 mana sources that we untap, 3 of them, obviously you need to be Esper. The other one can be anything, but 3 of them need to be Esper. You use Esper, cast Aminatu. This is a May ability, by the way. So when Aminatu enters, you don't have to bounce the fairy. But cast Aminatu, she's now refreshed. Downtick her again, which obviously refreshes to fairy. So each time, just untapping 4 mana sources, recasting Aminatu. Each time, you make one of that mana, one of this mana, one of that mana, one of this mana. And you keep doing that until you have infinitesimals of each color of mana, right? Then from there, you tutor. Obviously, if Sisay is on the battlefield, great. If she's not on the battlefield, just cast her. If she's in the goddamn graveyard, draw your deck, right? Because you can now just loop to Ferry, and he has a card draw ability on him. So you can now just, instead of down ticking him each time you loop Aminatu, just do the uptick. If Sisay is obviously in a graveyard or even in exile, but if she's somewhere where you can't just cast her, I'll just draw my deck until I get Eternal Witness, cast Eternal Witness, bring it to my hand, then cast her, then shoot her out, Mount Doom. If she's in exile, just draw your deck until you get Mount Doom. Shoot her out, Mount Doom. Now you're untapping 4 mana sources, right? Not that the mana matters because you already have infinite mana, but you do need the untaps after Fairy, doing that same loop, paying 3 to do 1 damage to your opponents each time. And that's why Mount Doom is so important. If we had the Cloudstone Curio, but they didn't print Mount Doom, we would still have to go through the icky combat damage way to win, right? But now we just have a mana sink that is still direct damage to each opponent. It's very clean. It's very, very clean. Obviously all these pieces are shootable with Sisay. Now you're probably thinking, Cloudstone Curio isn't a legendary artifact. You can't treat it with Sisay. Yes, you can, because of another card I've been trying to break in this deck for a long time, Tezzeret the Seeker. He has a minus ability where you minus any amount of loyalty and you tutor a artifact to the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of loyalty that you down take off Tezzeret. So you put him to 1, you grab Cloudstone, and then you continue. So really, the combo is these 3 cards: Aminatu, Teferi Archmage, and Tezzeret the Seeker. This is what you grab with Sisay. And this is what makes the infinite mana, right? It's very good. 3 Sisay activations win you the game. 3 Sisay activations. That's nothing. 15 mana, man. Including Sisay, 18 mana. That's nothing. Especially with Bloom Tender as well. God forbid we have Bloom Tender. God forbid, if you have Dynahair and Bloom Tender, you win. It's a straight win. Bloom Tender and Dynahair, just, you get Archmage, you get Aminatu or whatever. Archmage untaps the Bloom Tender, you get Tezzeret. Boom. So yeah, this deck can now consistently win on turn 5 or turn 6, which is really nice. Before, you would just have to get really lucky, or like, yeah, like we could ultimate Sunset to Ferry really early, like turn 4 or turn 5, but that doesn't win us a game. We then have to grind out. It's a very easy way to grind out. We roll over our opponents, but it's not a clean win. Now the deck has a clean win. So yeah, in future videos, the next videos I'm going to do is I need to redo the whole mulligan hand thing, because obviously it's a slightly different game now that we're playing with Sisse. We can be a bit more aggressive. I've added some aggressive cards, such as Final Fortune, Gemstone Caverns, because now we can just win on the spot. Like, there's so many games where all you need is an extra turn to win, and Final Fortune just gives you the extra turn. It's a very good card, obviously. I don't know why I'm explaining why Final Fortune is a good card. It's played in the actual CDH Sisse list. And if it's played there, you know, yeah, people know it's a good card. I ain't gotta explain that. But yeah, that's the deck. That's the new deck. I have a lot of cards to buy when this set releases. Although it's releasing today, the pre-release is today, the day me recording this video. 16th of July today. Yeah, 16th of June. Yeah, very excited. I can't wait to walk into my LGS and just see all the Lord of the Rings product. See what singles people crack today. Although I'll probably wait like a month for some of these to tank before buying stuff, like a smart person. Yeah, none of these cards are gonna spike. People know that they're good. They're gonna stay at a price and then slowly tick down after a month or like 2 weeks, because everyone's gonna open this product like crazy. So yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. For you to understand how the combo works. Boop deep beep.